superstar pop star Tate McRae and New Jersey Devil forward Jack Hughes have now split.
Yeah, no one cared. They dated for like 3 weeks.
I think it was a couple months.
Oh wow, congrats.
I think Tate McRae dated him because he scored the golden goal, and then now the hype has died down, so she's like on to the next thing. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Brothers in the Box episode. My name is Elias, here with my brother Ishan, and we are freshly rested.
Fresh off vacation.
We took a little trip down to a little town called Puerto Vallarta.
I don't know if they're little, but
in a small country they call Mexico. No, we had a great time. It was very relaxing. Kind of took a little week off of podcasting.
yeah,
We'll call it that.
yeah, sure.
We definitely weren't lazy. And
No, you definitely were not.
definitely wasn't us. Very slow in the NHL. But Ishan, let me tell you a little bit about my experience in Mexico, because you weren't there, even though you were. I thought it was really cool to be on a WestJet flight the day before the strike happened. I thought that was a very cool experience.
Yeah,
Very grateful for all the flight attendants working that day to make it possible for us to head down to Mexico. I hope they've made it back home in time
yeah.
before they stop getting paid.
A lot of domestic flights actually got canceled.
Yeah, they did. And very sorry to all the travelers who had to deal with all those cancellations.
I know there's a big uproar. A lot of birthdays missed. There's a bunch of stuff. I actually had a friend that was
A lot
flying
of
to Toronto.
birthdays.
Yeah,
Really?
Did you not hear about? Was it you that I was talking to about this, or it might have been Dad? But apparently, this family missed their kid's birthday. They were supposed to arrive on August 2nd, and they arrived on August 5th.
My question is, how old was the kid?
I don't know.
If he was 2 or less,
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
apparently it was like they were just like very, very angry.
As they have a right to be.
Yeah.
And WestJet should have done a better job of rebooking those flights on a different airline, given the circumstances that they were in.
Like, I'm sure they got a full refund, but apparently, like, they were just like, yeah, it's unacceptable, and like the moment's missed for them, you know. They
100%.
can't go back.
100%. You can't relive that day. You can try your best, but
yeah, it's just unfortunate for a lot of people.
yeah. Other highlights from Mexico, I ended up getting braids.
Yeah.
Which is something that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years now. I'm definitely gonna get them retwisted.
Yeah.
Maybe September-ish.
Yeah, I think they look good.
Yeah. They definitely take a little bit of time to get used to.
It's definitely an interesting change.
Yeah, it's a shock at first,
but I like it.
It's growing. It's growing on you?
Yeah, it's growing on me.
What other highlights? I think night swims.
The ocean.
The ocean is beautiful.
Very nice.
And it's so different to home because it's so warm there.
Yes.
And it makes swimming at night and being outside maybe not more enjoyable, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's a different type of enjoyment that you get.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Any super highlights from you?
There was, I don't know. I know Mom and a lot of our family said that they were very disappointed. There was a Michael Jackson show, and over the last, I want to say, during this summer, I've become more and more of a Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
Just understanding the music, and I don't know.
The movie, I feel like the movie also helped with
I feel like
hyping that up.
Yeah, I really appreciate though, what the talent that he has. I don't know what he did and what, there's a lot of controversy on his legal. But
separating the artist from the
exactly,
the art is beautiful.
Exactly, it's really amazing, and it's growing on me. And I really enjoy listening to all those different songs.
Yeah, and I think the guy who was doing it, the Mexican guy who was pretending to be Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I think he did a good job.
He did a pretty good job.
Although he came out with the same slide every single song.
Yeah. That was
but
funny.
he did a good job.
And he's a very good dancer. It was very similar to how Michael Jackson.
I think what hindered the experience on that particular day, at least for me, it was extremely hot. And to give you listeners some context, Mexico is extremely humid, and I don't know if it's all of Mexico or just Puerto Vallarta. And
it's definitely all of Mexico.
But it's also storm season in Puerto Vallarta, and so maybe a couple hours before the show, it had rained. Actually, maybe an hour.
Yeah, not
half an hour before the show, it had rained extremely heavily. And that shifted people to come into the theater, quote unquote, which was on a stage that was still outdoors but had a roof.
Yeah.
And this made this area extremely, I don't know what the right word is, but there's a lot of people in a very small area,
Just a lot of body heat, and
and the humidity didn't really help with that factor.
yeah.
So
I mean, it just rained, so it also increases that factor.
exactly, like the humidity was 100%.
Yeah.
And so that just led to an exponential increase of heat, to be completely honest. And
I think
I was just sitting in my chair and I was sweating. Like,
I think it will also played a factor was they'd really hyped up their show over the whole week.
yeah,
Like I'm sure a lot of people like literally after every single show that they had,
I
they
know
would
what.
say, "Oh yeah, Michael Jackson show." Like they would literally do that after every single show.
Yeah, they switched from the rest of the week. It was
Yeah.
they switched to the
So they tried their best. I mean, good on the staff. A lot of people came.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of the rain. Maybe it was because they hyped it up. But yeah, it was definitely very, very humid.
Yeah, and I think that took away a little bit from the magic of the show.
Yeah.
Not to hate on the staff or any of the performers. They did a great job, and to be honest, all of the shows and all of the entertainment that the staff put on was really good. Shout out Bon Bon,
Yeah.
the goat.
Yes, sir. I don't remember his name.
It started with an A.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have won beach volleyball, but
should've.
that's a discussion for a different day,
Yeah.
Ishan. Why don't we get into a little bit?
Actual sports.
Hey, you know what? Our beach volleyball tournament was actual sports, so there was fans watching. I felt like I was in the Olympics that day. Okay, no, I'm just
No,
playing.
no, I don't know, but actually though, a little bit of my heart rate increased because there was a lot of people watching.
No, first, okay, we can dive into this side.
It is sports. It is sports.
Okay, I will say this. I was the team captain,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
appointed by myself.
Yeah. But we just went first to the board.
My responsibilities as team captain were to bear the responsibility of the team, but more importantly, choose whether we chose heads or tails for the coin toss. And on our team, it was myself, Ishan, Dad, and this kid from Isaiah. This kid named Isaiah from Sacramento. I don't know his last name. Shout out Isaiah if you're listening to the podcast. You're a G. I wish you the best of luck in your future. He's a goalkeeper, so if any MLS teams are listening, make sure you sign him. Anyways, first game comes out, and obviously we're representing Canada, which I thought was really cool that they had
Yeah, the different
flags and
the countries, yeah, all of that.
but we come out, we're representing Canada.
Our first game, honestly, a little bit shaky.
We did not come out the greatest.
No, we did not.
There's a couple of drop points, and I was out there. I was out there serving for the match. These matches were to 8 points.
Yeah, so not very long.
Not very long. Not a lot of room for error.
Yeah.
I came out serving for the match. I think I lost the point.
Yeah.
And
No, to be fair, I served and it went so far over. Like I was just making sure I got it over the net.
Yeah, and my heart rate just went up. I was like, we cannot lose. Like when we were in the huddle before the game, I was like, boys, we gotta go all the way.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, we did not, but we cannot lose. There was no way we were losing the first game. Anyways, we managed to squeak by, skin of our teeth. Second game, we played this kid named Sebastian, who we met playing water volleyball. There's a lot of volleyball played last week.
A lot of volleyball.
He was a little bit of an interesting fella.
Yeah, interesting. I think interesting is the right word.
Yeah, he was very competitive.
Yeah, and
but not in a good way. Like not where it was like I'm extremely competitive. Ishan can attest to that.
Yeah.
But I know, and maybe it's in my age and my maturity level now, that I know when to slow down and, just enjoy the game and instead of just win.
Yeah.
I think that
does come with age.
I don't think this kid understood that at this moment. So for me, it became personal.
No, okay, because I think it became personal because, okay, we're on a team, right? And we're playing pool volleyball. And obviously, there's another team. We're just trying to have fun. Yeah. They're not very good. There's just this nice family they were playing.
Yeah.
And he's on our team. And he just completely straight up, he serves 1 point. He gets it over. No one hits it because it's difficult to hit it when you're not as athletic as I would say.
Or you're just playing for fun.
Yeah. You're not trying your very hardest. And then he just says, yeah, I could serve for 10 points. Like, I know you could serve for 10 points.
And at this point, it became personal with me. Because we needed to teach him a lesson.
Yeah. You can't win all the time. And we needed to teach him that.
You have to learn how to lose. And so Ishan and we taught him how to lose. And I think that was our best game.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
By far.
Yeah.
And then we went on to win our semifinal after.
No, that was the
semifinal. And
there were not a lot of teams.
And then we proceeded to take a beating.
Yeah.
From a Canadian father and daughter.
Yeah.
And then a couple stragglers.
Yeah.
Who joined their team. But this girl, she was She was very good at volleyball.
I
Like,
think she was the
props
one
to her.
person that played volleyball there, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
But
Um,
but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
it actually reminded me a lot of someone that used to go to our school in my grade.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very similar personality, and I mean, she also plays volleyball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
No, it was just it was a great tournament that we had, and very appreciative that we got to of the staff to put on an experience like that, and they made it very fun and very engaging, and
A lot of activities
yeah.
from the resort.
But that's enough about beach volleyball in Mexico.
Yeah, let's get into actual sports.
Yeah, so there is a rumor, and this has been going on for a couple months now. It's kind of getting a little old, but the Ruwenski trade to Dallas apparently is still on the table.
Yeah,
Ruwenski a couple months ago had come out and said that he really wants to stay in Columbus. He had a conversation with the management in Columbus and said that he enjoys and playing there and is looking forward to the direction that the Blue Jackets are going to be moving forward with. But there still is a little bit of chatter and talk about him maybe going to Dallas.
yeah. I think the reason that this was like the rumor died down is a bit was because the original offer for Rorensky was Harley and Maverick Bjork, and now Bjork is in Nashville. So apparently, there's an alternate offer that that Dallas is willing to offer to Columbus. However, Rowensky, I believe, still wants to stay in Columbus. We'll see
Mhm.
what happens. I really wonder because there are rumors about Marchenko possibly moving. If Marchenko moves, does Rowensky decide, okay, this team is not going in the right direction anymore, unless they get something really big back for him?
Yeah.
Um, but I think yeah, it's still a possibility. I don't know what will happen, but it's definitely going to be a big blockbuster trade if it does.
I don't know about you, but I think that the Marchenko hype is just a little bit too much. I understand that he's an elite level player.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's that guy.
See, okay, I would agree with you. But how I like to put it is he's still a really good goal scorer,
Hmm.
and let's just say you put him next to a guy like Nathan McKinnon or Connor
Hmm.
McDavid or on the same line as Nikita Kucherov.
Yeah.
He goes from scoring, maybe 30 goals, maybe 40 goals
Okay.
maximum by himself on a team with who's a centering is Boone Jenner, who's not bad.
No, he's not.
No, he's not bad by any
But he's
means.
not. He's not at that elite level.
No. And he goes from scoring 30, 40 goals to, in my opinion, scoring 50, maybe 60 goals because of the passing ability that all these players have. Like if you look at Hyman, for example, in my opinion, Hyman was never in his career gonna have 50 goals if it's not for McDavid.
Absolutely not.
And in my opinion, Marchenko, and I'm saying this a lot, but Marchenko is much more valuable and has a more individual effort than Hyman does. It's the same thing with someone like Mikko Rantanen, for example. Mikko Rantanen playing with Nathan McKinnon was amazing. He
Mhm.
still is playing in Dallas, but he has pretty good pieces around him. But Marchenko is doing this on a Columbus team who there's not as much talent there.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
And if you stick him on a true contender, I think thing changes.
I think that can be true. I think I could also see him because he doesn't have the puck as much on a contender. There's a possibility that he kind of stays similar, or you don't see that as big of an increase.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that possibility. It's happened with players like Victor Arvidsson who didn't perform in the big moments.
Exactly.
But I think Marchenko is still at a much higher level than a lot of the other wingers in the league.
True. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. After a year almost of being second place, Canada has now reclaimed top spot over the US with an absolute thrashing in the Gretzky Hlinka Cup.
Yeah,
This is a U20 tournament, so maybe not the biggest, but Hockey Canada definitely needed a win.
they did for
Uh,
sure.
Landon DuPont with 4 points.
Yeah, that's insane. Wasn't he the captain?
I believe he was the captain. He's going to be great.
He is. I think I saw a reel where it was like, oh, I'm so excited because as a Canucks fan because we're gonna get Landon DuPont, and then it just switched to an edit of them like crying because it was like they're gonna have the third round pick in 2027.
No, not much to be said about this team. I think yeah, it was held. This tournament was held in Edmonton, I believe,
Mhm.
but just 8-1, no chance at all. Absolute thrashing.
Yeah, I mean there was three players who each scored 2 goals: Brock England, Maddox Schultz, and Liam Pugh. each scored 2 goals, which is insane.
Yeah.
All coming off of, or at least a couple coming off of Landon Dupont's stick.
Yeah. Hopefully the men's national team and women's national team can learn a little bit from this performance.
Yeah.
And try and emulate some type of similarity, hopefully, to this.
Mm-hmm.
In other news, Anze Kopitar's number is going to be retired, like we would have imagined.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if it wasn't.
And they're going to be revealing a bronze statue for him in front of Crypto.com Arena. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Staples Center on February 24th, 2027, when they play the Canadians.
Yeah.
And Ishan, you can hit us with our next piece of news.
Why? I don't.
Ishan strictly told me before we started filming that he did not want to air this piece of news. But Ishan, hit us.
Jack Hughes.
No. You're doing it wrong. Superstar pop star Tate McRae and New Jersey Devil forward Jack Hughes have now split.
Yeah, no one cared. They dated for like 3 weeks.
I think it was a couple months.
Oh wow, congrats.
I think Tate McRae dated him because he scored the golden goal, and then now the hype has died down, so she's like on to the next thing. No, that it's actually not really that important, but it's just funny, so I thought we'd include it. Earlier this year, we had talked about how in free agency, and we're switching sports here a little bit, but the Raptors were going to get Kawhi Leonard back.
Just before we go to that, I know you wanted to air more dating news.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell you that the Chargers are going to be even better this year because Madison Beer and Ladd McConkey are now engaged.
Well, that is extremely crazy news to me because last that I heard, Madison Beer was dating Justin Herbert.
Sorry, Justin Herbert. Yeah, Justin Herbert.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
you're welcome.
Yeah,
we got the reality TV shows.
This is turning into a which athletes are dating who podcast. Oh my gosh. No, back to Kawhi. This trade that the Raptors made was contingent on the fact that the NBA was going to do a full investigation into the LA Clippers possibly, allegedly circumventing the cap. The investigation, which has now been completed, revealed that Kawhi had a sponsorship with Daktronics, which is the sponsorship or like sponsor of the LA Clippers scoreboard. And they had him as a media or a celebrity personality, a spokesperson, if you will, which they've never done in their history. And according to the investigation and insiders, it was 100% a way to circumvent the cap through Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, funneling money to the advertising organization, the scoreboard sponsor, which in turn paid Kawhi an even bigger wage than the cap allowed. This being said, there's nothing that the NBA has come out with regarding the situation as of yet, other than the results of the investigation.
Yeah.
We don't know if the trade will go through or not, what the repercussions are for Kawhi, for the Clippers, for Daktronics, but we will keep you updated with those as they come out.
Yeah.
And the last thing, before we close out this quick episode, is the MLB trade deadline happened just this past week, and it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, a lot of big moves. I know, like, I'm not a huge MLB or baseball fan in general, but this is, it's cool to see. Obviously, trade deadlines are always like
fun.
Yeah,
they're fun. It definitely shakes up
players getting moved.
The Blue Jays are in a tougher spot
position, if you will.
They're currently 12 games back from the Rays, who lead their division.
That's a lot.
Actually, maybe 15.
Yeah.
So they're in a selling kind of position. They could, in theory, still make playoffs. They probably won't. But they definitely treated this deadline as more sellers. So Ishan, hit us with who is no longer part of the Blue Jays.
Yeah. So Kevin Gausman, he was a starting pitcher, traded to the Chicago Cubs. Daulton Varsho traded to the Houston Astros. Someone that a lot of people are very happy that is gone, Jeff Hoffman.
I'm not happy.
He sold the World Series, is that correct?
No.
Okay, so we're just lying now.
No.
Traded to the Minnesota Twins. Adam Mako, younger prospect, traded to the Texas Rangers. Arjun Nimmala, shortstop prospect. This is one of their first or second prospects. Yeah,
second prospect. Yeah, he was number 36 or 46. somewhere in that range in the league in terms of
which
prospects.
is pretty high.
Pretty high, but at the end of the day,
You never know how these guys are gonna turn out.
exactly.
He was traded to the Angels and Eddie Micheletti Jr. and Angel Rivero. They're both minor league prospects.
And they're also traded to the Angels. But what the Blue Jays got in return for these pieces coming out of the organization were José Soriano, who's a starting pitcher, who was acquired in the Arjun Nimmala trade. Spencer Arrighetti was acquired in the Daulton Varsho trade. Josh Smith was acquired from the Texas Rangers in Adam Macko trade. Josh Stephan was also acquired from the Rangers. Ty Southescence, I don't actually know how to say his name. Ty Southescence, acquired from the Cubs in the Gausman trade. Brett Bateman, who's actually been really good the last few games.
Yes.
He was also acquired from the Cubs
in the Philly series.
And then we acquired John Klein, Damari Pena, and Desan Hill in our lower level system, so AAA, single A, and such. Honestly, a pretty good deadline from the Blue Jays. I really like the addition of José Soriano, pairing him alongside Dylan Cease, who's having Cy Young caliber season. It's a shame that in theory the Blue Jays have wasted the season of Dylan Cease because he's just been absolutely amazing. Maybe that starts at the top with Vladdy, who's been horrendous.
He was pretty good yesterday.
Horrendous. He's been horrendous.
But yeah.
For the whole season?
Yeah. He's definitely not met expectations at all.
At all.
Even the GM himself said it was frustrating in the office, in the management end of things, because, you pay a player so much money and you put so much faith into one player hoping that they, do something in the season and they just don't do what they're supposed to.
Yeah, and it's tough because last year you were in the World Series. Like you were one swing away from winning the World Series, literally, or one out away from winning the World Series.
Less, was it pinched ball?
Like the one that was stuck in between. Yeah, like if that ball actually properly gets down and is okay, then you probably win the World Series. And now you have the possibility and the probability of you not making playoffs is extremely high.
Yeah.
And so for a front office, it's extremely disappointing. And for a fan base, it's also extremely disappointing. You lost some pieces like Bo Bichette. You brought some new pieces in like Kazuma Okamoto and other guys. And Okamoto's been pretty good this season.
But even without Bichette, he still had an amazing season.
I mean, Bichette carried a lot of the load. Because I know you didn't start watching baseball until closer to the World Series and playoffs and such. But
but I would say Vladdy played a very, very big role. A lot bigger than he is now.
I would agree. In the playoffs, he played a bigger role.
Yeah.
In the regular season,
it was mainly Bichette
because Vladdy was injured.
I see.
Vladdy was injured for a large majority of the summer. So, I want to say middle of July he got injured, and he didn't come back until late August, early September.
Yeah.
And in that time, Bichette was averaging 500.
Okay.
And he was like 500 at an RBI a game, at least.
But he's not doing that now.
No, he's not. But that's what he brought to the Blue Jays last season. And it's part of the reason why they were able to finish and get that bye.
Yeah.
When they were playing in the playoffs. But it sucks that they're not gonna be in contention for fall baseball. The Dodgers are gonna be extremely difficult to beat after acquiring Tariq Skubal.
But they have been beatable by the Red Sox, by the Cubs.
Yeah, they lost 9 in a row.
Yeah. So it's not like they're unstoppable.
They're not unstoppable. They've lost 10 out of their last 11.
But we'll see what happens in the playoffs because
they're a playoff team.
Also, Shohei is gonna. Oh my god,
Shohei is crazy, and he isn't even pitching right now.
No, he is not.
There are definitely some contenders though. I would say right now the favorites for me to win the World Series are 100% the Dodgers. I would say the Cubs.
Yeah.
I would say the Red Sox have a solid chance.
Can we talk about the absolutely amazing season, like comeback season the Red Sox have had?
Yeah, they just can't seem to lose.
No, they can't.
They don't want to lose.
Like you go from a record like something like the Blue Jays are having right now,
yeah,
and they completely flipped it.
They did. No,
In a
100%.
matter of like 32 games.
100%. And they've now brought in some pieces and an extremely important piece in Adley Rutschman from the Baltimore Orioles, who will provide more run support for them and will make their team that much better.
Yeah, and just can't stop hitting the ball.
No, they can. They're a team that likes to put it in play, and when you put it in play, good things can happen.
Yeah,
and that's what the Blue Jays were last year.
Yeah, and then
now they swing at balls
and they miss.
Yeah, and they strike out swinging.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Okamoto. Sorry, your boy Okamoto. No, I think the Yankees are also another team that has the guile and the roster to go all the way, especially if Judge comes back and is at his MVP caliber level, like we have seen for many years. Ishan, is there anything else you want to add before we sign off for this episode?
I was recently able to go watch the Spider-Man movie. Go watch it. It's worth the movie ticket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for promoting that. I will go find some time to go watch it because you decided to go watch it by yourself.
I did not watch it by myself.
You could have gone with me and your sister, but instead you chose something different.
Yeah, I did.
You know? You chose to be the villain.
No, very, very good movie. It doesn't need any more promoting, but the movie is insane. Like I would honestly watch it again because of how good it is.
All right, well, maybe we will go watch it.
Yeah.
Because you gave a movie recommendation, I'll give a show recommendation. Go watch The Bear.
Yes.
The final season is out. I'm currently on the final episode of the final season. Incredible show. It just, the way it makes you feel anxiety is nothing I've ever experienced watching a TV show.
Yeah.
It's just insane. But that's it for the Brothers in the Box. We will see you guys next week. We hope you enjoy the rest of your week and stay on the lookout for some MLB baseball, I guess, because that's the only thing that's happening right now. And if you guys have any suggestions for us, any topics you want us to cover in the podcast, just either drop it in the comments or send us a DM on either TikTok or Instagram, and we'll see you guys next week.